Whether in stop-and-go traffic or on the interstate, you probably have been tailgated while driving before. This can be a stressful experience, but it's important to know how to safely handle it. We're joined right now by attorneys Dawson and Jeffrey Ward with a thumbs up, guys, to learn what to do. Good morning.
Good morning.
Great to have you guys here. This is something we see often. Why is tailgating so dangerous, and what should you avoid doing if someone is tailgating you?
Yeah, usually I think of tailgating in football games.
We like that.
Yeah,
We
I like
that
kind of
tailgating.
Tailgating in the terms that you're talking about, though, obviously very dangerous, driving very closely behind the person in front of you. I understand sometimes people are driving slow, maybe in the left lane, and you feel like, man, I just want to get them over.
Yeah.
But tailgating is not the answer. More likely than not, you're going to end up causing them to be agitated and react negatively. Give people a safe distance. Sometimes you get up there and you realize it's a 90-year-old grandmom driving, and God bless them. And if that was your grandmom up there, give her a little extra room.
Mm-hmm.
So as we always preach to everybody, is have a little bit more patience and a little bit more understanding. Don't always be in a rush to get somewhere. If you are, sensing that you are being tailgated, maybe you realize, like, I should just get over. Put your blinker on and safely get over it in a timely manner. That kind of goes back to, you shouldn't be in the left lane unless you're passing. And so most of the time you're not getting tailgated unless you're in that passing lane. If you're in the right lane, people give you the right amount of distance. So I think on both sides, people can do a lot to avoid that from happening.
Yeah, if you are being tailgated, if you're driving significantly under the speed limit, as long as you feel safe to do so, increase your speed to the proper speed. But if not, just slow down, get off to the side of the road, get into the other lane, let them go wherever they're in such a rush to get to, and then, continue on about your day. You don't want to retaliate and have your own form of road rage in response to theirs. So, just keep a level head, move over if you can, speed up if you can, and it's safe to do so, but otherwise, just get out of their way.
If a tailgater does cause a crash, who's held responsible?
Most likely the tailgater. Yeah. I can't think of really any scenario. I know there are minimum speed limits in South Carolina on some highways. That may factor in if you were on a highway that had a minimum speed limit of 40 and you're going 25 and there's no reason you're doing that. Some of the fault may be placed on you, but
brake checking.
Brake checking. There you go. That's another way you could be found at fault. If somebody is tailgating you and you brake check them, they run into the back of you. They have a dash cam that shows that. There's a lot of viral videos out there right now where people are, doing these insurance scams where they pull in front of someone, slam on brakes, and then get out and pretend to be hurt, realize there's a dash cam, and suddenly they hop back in the car and drive off. So you don't want to do that. That's a way to definitely be found at fault if you're brake checking somebody. The most often than not, it's going to be the person driving faster than they should and closer than they should.
All right, well, if you guys have questions about this topic, you can contact the Thumbs Up guys, visit inpain.com, call that number, or follow them on social media. Thank you.
Thank you.